welcome back to my channel. I really wanted to post videos for you guys more often, more often than like once or twice a month, of course. But with the Thanksgiving holiday that we just had, I was super duper busy, and with that and with school and everything else, and the holidays are just crazy, like, for everyone. So with that being said, today I'm going to actually combine two cases into one video, and the reason for that is because I fell behind, but also because these cases don't really have a lot of information in them, and I didn't want to have like a super duper short video because my videos are kind of short as it is. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. As always, all the information in this video was gathered solely by internet sources and done on my own, and I will always try to include only the facts. This video may contain explicit content, including rape and murder, so viewer discretion is advised. The first case that I'm going to be talking to you about today is the unsolved murder of Amberly Ann Mendoza. She was a 10-year-old girl from Yuma, Arizona, and she was murdered in her bedroom. While doing the research on this case, I found like hardly any information at all about Amberly and her case. And one of the news sites that was reporting on her murder back whenever it happened, I guess it changed like servers or something like that. I'm not like super techie at all, but whenever I click the link, it says that the information is no longer there. So I'm assuming it's like servers or something. Like I said, I'm not super techie, but there's hardly any information at all about this case. And I chose this one because I've never heard of it, and it touched me. It really did. And I really want her story to be heard. And it's been a really long time, and hopefully we can open up, some people's minds and get them thinking back to that time and, talking and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. Amberly's family described her as being a shy little girl, but they said that she loved to draw, she loved to skate right outside in front of her home, and just like a lot of kids, her favorite food was pizza. On March 8, 1996, Amberly's family was having a barbecue at her residence in Yuma, Arizona. It said that she started to get sleepy, and she decided that she was going to go to her room and play with her Barbie dolls and then go to sleep. And this is reported to have happened around 11:30 p.m. A lot of her family was over that night. This barbecue was, like a big deal. Everyone was there having a good time. And it said that some of the family members even stayed the night that night. The next morning around 10:45 a.m., Amberly's mom was making breakfast, and she went into Amberly's room to wake her up so that she could eat, but she found Amberly's lifeless body instead. The autopsy revealed that Amberly had been raped and that she had also been suffocated with her own pillow. During their investigation, police didn't find any forced entry into the home, but they did find some DNA. Police were able to clear all the family that stayed over that night, and they were able to also confirm that the DNA belonged to a non-family member. Amberly wasn't an only child. She actually had several sisters, and one of her sisters said that the girls often left their bedroom window unlocked, and they would even sometimes use it as a door. The way their house was set up, their bedroom window was in the front of their house. They would come in and out of it, I guess, playing and stuff like that outside. So anybody could have seen them doing this. They could have seen them coming in and out of it, leaving it open, and maybe not locking it, things like that. And with them being young girls, it's possible that they didn't close the window at all some nights. The family reported lots of suspicious activity that happened around the house in the weeks leading up to the murder. I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to Amberly's sister 2016 interview,
where she woke me up and said, "Jordan, there's somebody outside our window." And I said, "What? What are you talking about? Like you're probably just hearing some kind of noise." She goes, "No, Jordan, I saw someone." Big scream right outside our house, and it scared me. And me and my sister, we ran to the window to see what was going on, and we see these two guys. And one guy's like, "Come on, dude, we gotta get out of here. Come on, hurry up, dude, hurry up." And then the other guy's like, "Dude, just calm down. Just calm down. Just walk slow." Again, like being a little kid, I didn't think to say anything to anybody. We would just leave the window unlocked, and and go through the window, which everyone in the neighborhood could see.
Her sister also said that on the day of the murder, she and her aunt were pulling up to Amberly's home, and they actually pulled up to two men sitting in a vehicle outside their home. She said that whenever they pulled up, the men actually quickly left. They were pulled up into their driveway, and whenever they saw Amberly and her aunt, they just booked it. My kitty decided to jump in the video. I also said that Amberly did have some sisters, and it would just so happen that that night they actually spent the night at their grandma's house because they did share a room, and if somebody would have came in with several girls in the room, I wonder if it could have been a little different. And you guys, this is all we have of this case. That's it. I told you it was super short. There's just no information. So Amberly, I feel like, left her window open that night, and all of the sightings that are reported in this case, I don't think they're a coincidence at all. I feel like the girls were definitely being watched. I don't know if whoever killed her knew that she would be alone in her room that night, but I feel like they were being watched by the guys that everyone, keeps seeing. So what we do know is that somebody probably more than likely came in through her window. They were able to confirm that the killer was not a family member. We know that she was raped, suffocated, and we just have the reports of the creepy guys. That's it. That's all. I am like a weirdo, you guys. I like triple check my windows and my doors at night because I'm so afraid of something like this possibly happening. I really wish that Amberly and Jordan, her sister, would have said something, to the adults in their lives. And I think this may have turned out different, to be honest. I mean, you can never tell, but if you see something, say something. Talk to your kids about stuff like that, I think as a kid, I would have quickly said, hey, mom, dad, what the hell is this? Crazy stuff happening. Who are these weird people? And stuff like that, but yeah, that's it. That's all we have. If you have any information regarding Amberly's death, please call 928-782-7463. This next case that I'm going to be talking to you about is the unsolved murder of Alexandra Anaya. This case, for some reason, really touched me like really hard. I don't know why, but it did. Alexandra Anaya went by Alex, and they described her as being just a wonderful child. She was very much involved in school sports. She did basketball, but she really loved playing soccer. She was really big with animals. She loved animals a lot. She actually also volunteered some of her time to help in the animal shelters, and she wanted to be a veterinarian whenever she grew up. She also helped her mom tremendously with her two younger twin sisters that she had. They looked up to Alex a lot in some of the interviews that I saw. You might want to go ahead and look those up. Super sweet. She helped them with their homework, and she taught them, to count. She was helping them with reading. She was just, a great older sister, and she loved her siblings very much, and she helped her mom so much with them. She just seemed like such a wonderful girl, and they said that she was very kind and very gentle, and that makes a lot of sense, because she loved animals so much. Okay, so on August 12th of 2005, reports say that Alex, her mother Sandra, and her two little siblings were at home, and that they ate pizza for dinner. And that night, Alex, mom Sandra, decided that she was going to go out for the night. I'm not sure if she was dating or if she was going out with friends. I'm not sure anything of that, but she was going out for the night, and she was leaving the two younger daughters with Alex. Alex was going to stay there and babysit them. I am not sure what time Sandra left the home, but whenever she said that she left, that Alex was on the couch and that she locked the door. made sure that it was locked, and she went out. Now, some reports say different things. One report says that Sandra returned home about 3 or 4 in the morning, and that she brought Alex fast food to eat. And she said that it says that she left again shortly after that, and that she told Alex that she would be back shortly, and that she did return about 6 a.m. and that is whenever she found Alex missing. Another report says that she did not come home between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour, but that she came home at around 6, and that's whenever she discovered Alex missing. So do with that what you will. I am not sure. I wanted to share both because I'm not sure either. So either way, whenever she gets home, she finds that the door is unlocked, and Alex isn't on the couch where she was whenever she left. And although the two little girls were in their bed asleep. Sandra didn't waste any time in looking for her daughter. It said that she actually took her 2 daughters, and they went driving around looking for Alex, hoping that maybe she was just, I don't know, outside talking to friends, that she was close by, that she stepped out, and that she was there somewhere close. She wasn't. They couldn't find her, so they called police immediately, and they know that something's wrong. They did not find her. Her mother didn't find her. Police did a search. They couldn't find her. A few days later, on August 16th, police actually get a call because some boaters discovered a torso floating in the Little Calumet River in Chicago, Illinois. What they found was a torso. It had no arms, no legs, and the body had been decapitated. There was a chain wrapped around the torso, and that's believed that the killer was trying to weigh the body down. Whenever Sandra found out that they found something in the river, she actually called police and let them know that Alex had a scar on her chin, and that she also had a sprained ankle. And it's really sad because at that point she didn't know that the body had been so badly dismembered. A little while later, though, they were able to confirm that it was Alex through some DNA testing that they did. During their investigation, police actually find out that Sandra had just got out of a 9-year relationship that she was in with a man named Rodolfo Heredia. Rodolfo Heredia was not the father of Alex, but he was the father of Alex's 2 little siblings. The couple had, like a on and off again type of relationship. They would be together, they wouldn't be together. It seemed like that they fought a lot, and the relationship was probably a little toxic. But Sandra finally ultimately ended that relationship for good whenever she found out that Rodolfo had been sexually abusing Alex since she was just 7 years old. Alex finally, I guess, got the courage to let her mom know what was going on. And at that point, her mom said, that's it, that's enough, I'm done. But Rodolfo doesn't, take no for an answer. At this point, he begins to stalk the family. He follows them around. He calls them nonstop. It is reported that he did a lot of threatening as well. And I can't say whether or not he was just, what kind of threats they were. Reports just say that he was threatening. It doesn't say if the threats were towards Sandra, towards Alex, towards the girls, towards all of them, or if they were threats of killing or just harm in general, or what. It literally just says that he was threatening them often. This stalking was so bad that he actually even made copies of Sandra's keys. She had the locks changed after he left, and somehow I'm not sure how, and I can assume that because he was the father of the 2 little girls, that she probably still had to have some kind of contact with him, but I am not sure. And I'm really not even sure if she reported the rapes to authorities, the abuse of Alex, because there's no there are no details about that in my search of the case. like I said, that there's just not a lot of information out there. I really hope that she did, but it doesn't say whether or not she did. But somehow he gets a hold of Sandra's apartment keys and he makes copies, and she comes home one day to find him in her apartment. Luckily, nobody was there. He didn't harm anybody, but she found him in her apartment. She called the police and he was actually arrested. And he did go to trial for this, excuse me, but he was acquitted, even though he admitted to everything he did, even though there's proof, of what he did. He was acquitted of the stalking of the family. Something else that I want to add is that one report said that he was acquitted. His trial happened after Alex was missing and found dead. And some reports say that the jury didn't know about him being a prime suspect in Alex's murder. And that's something that, they didn't let them know that because he hadn't been convicted of anything. And some of the jury said that if they would have known that they would have convicted him on the stalking. You guys, Alex's torso was found only a block and a half away from where Rodolfo lived at the time of her murder. Nothing else of her body has been found. Her head is still missing and her limbs are still missing as well. In an interview that Sandra did, she said that she believes she knows who's responsible for Alex's death. And of course, she thinks that it is Rodolfo Heredia, but there is just not enough proof out there of that. I don't like to come on here and, I guess it's not really victim shame. I don't want to shame the families of the victims, or anything like that. But this case really upsets me a lot. And I kind of feel like that Alex's murder could have been prevented. I know that her mom has regretted this for so many years. I know that she knows that she could have done things differently. So I'm not going to sit there and say everything that I think she could have done differently, but I think it could have been prevented. I think it's really sad that that it had to end, her life had to end this way. The FBI has actually taken over the case, and they have a $10,000 reward if you have any information that can close the case. So if you know anything, if you know somebody that knows anything, if you have any information at all, it might even seem like it may not be that important. Just, you never know. Go ahead, call the FBI at 312-421-6700. And until next time, guys, be safe.